Miss Transgender. We're very, very happy to have you here. And today we're really just here to have a very casual conversation, interact with her, talk about the wonderful work that she does, and the great things hopefully that we're doing here. And that's basically it. I welcome all of you, and I'd like to hand it over to Eric.
Good morning. Thank you for your kind words. I will say that he is doing an excellent job, him and his team, the Unity Coalition. We have worked in the past. We actually worked on a project with Israeli transgender teenagers for them. The Unity Coalition also hosted a talk. It was very engaging. A lot of people in the community came. And as soon as they called Herb this time around, very short notice, he said when, how fast, where, and the consulate is very thankful for that. I even had him in limbo. I didn't tell him that there was a whole visa issue with Colleen because her US visa had a male gender assigned to it, and her passport had a female name. So we thought she might be returned back in Boston when she arrived. But that obviously didn't happen, and we're here today. I also want to thank my colleagues from the consulate, Lisa McCloskey, Nicole Schubert, Javier Paredes, who are here, and also a few leaders and friends that I see, also a representative from Commissioner's Office, Michael Dongra, I see Diane, John Schaefer, also a long leader of the community in many different titles. Where to begin? We see also the professor from linguistics, Narisa, and her students, and all of you who came. We really thank you for being here, and especially now, our special guest, Tali Abuhana, who she landed last night, and we took her straight to a class of 75 students at FIU. She didn't have time to refresh. So we're really maximizing her visit, and you will hear her speak about her journey and how Israel, in a way, made it happen. And she has quite a story about struggles and victories and the diversity. So without further ado, please go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. I also want to recognize, applause, of course. I also would like to recognize Dr. Morgan Mayfair and Ashley Mayfair. They run an amazing organization as well called TransSocial here in Dade and Broward County, and we're also partners with them, as well as having the honor of having the doctor on our board of directors as well. So
she's giving you an award Friday night.
There you go.
I know. He's the one you're giving an award to, okay?
So I'd like to just open it up with some general questions, and then of course we'll open it up to anyone and everyone. Okay. Tell us, Tali, how, for someone that has not been to Israel, give us a little bit of an idea of what the climate is like with the LGBT community. What is it like to be LGBT in Israel?
Firstly, I would thank you for coming. And I'm not really believe that really can happen for me that I'm here today. And I will say first that my English not perfect, you know, no one is perfect, but I do my best. I don't was have a Hebrew language before 3 years when I come to, and now I speak Hebrew like this is my first language. I learned so fast, but I have, you know, some here, some there. But it will be okay. I have here my amazing translate from the consulate. Thank you for coming to help me. And in Israel, not in all Israel, not in all Israel, you know, it's only, not only, but it's in Tel Aviv. You have really freedom and free with your life, because in Tel Aviv you can be however you want to be. And you cannot be you. Not have people that judge you about how you're looking for or how you thinking. Everyone love you how you are, and a lot of people give you the chance to say what you're feeling and to be who you are. And this is what really making all the change in this beautiful country. Have a lot of color of people that can be who they are and and really it's going to be our test, people, because when you are different human, it's not different for bad. I think this is my thinking all the time. It's different for good. It's someone. It's different. It's like have a lot of light in her, and he can do a lot of something that not everyone can do. And the democratic in Israel really can help the LGBT community people to be herself, and now in the last year really have a lot of helping to do her the transgender people to do her transition. Israel give him a money and somewhere to live and
Okay, they sponsor any type of surgeries that they need, so the government really found to help them to do the transition.
ויש להם ליווי שלם.
Okay, so they are covered and the way that they help them out to make the payments in order to develop a change.
It's fantastic. What are some of, okay, you congratulations, you were recently crowned Miss Trans Israel.
Yeah.
So, tell us two things. Tell us first that process. What was it like for you personally to go through the journey to be able to win that crown? And secondly, what issues are you hoping to help bring to light now that you have this position, this public position?
Okay, let's by step by step. The first part, again, repeat exactly what
First part, your journey in becoming Miss Trans Israel. Tell us a little bit about that process.
עד שהגעתי במצב להיות מיס טרנסג'נדר. איך היה, איך את הגשת, איך הגעת.
Okay, I will go back. Before I do my transition, I was a belly dancer. Belly, not chic shack shop. No, not chic shack shop. It's a classic, ballet classic. Like, and I was teach a small girl a ballet classic. And when I do my transition, I stop it because I can't come back as a woman because I think צריכים לעבור תדריך לפני.
Okay, you need to pass the process in order to get there. It's not that simple. Like
But I choose to really to go with my real self and to be what I am really. And I live the dance. And when I do my transition, I start to thinking what I'm gonna do with myself. I love stage. I love to be on the stage. I have a lot forgive the people on the stage. Not only dancing. I'm so artist. And when I go to the Miss Trans, it's really this is the small chance that give me all what happened to me today. I go there only to have fun and to feel like everyone and to feel beautiful. I'm not thinking about win. I don't know that is inside me, you know, to be a transgender beauty queen. But it's happened, and I know that God gave me this gift, and I take this to help any other small child to not לא לעבור את הדרך הקשה שאני עברתי.
Okay, that she found a way where she explained exactly how to get there, and then in order to avoid other people also to pass by the difficult time that she had.
Because I know this pain, I know it's so hard without תמיכה.
Okay, it's very difficult if you don't have enough support. It's very difficult to go through the process.
And I know that in my past I'm not having. But now if I have this power that this competition give me, I can help this more.
What do you want to do with that power? What issues would you like to be able to, as Miss Trans Israel, tell the world?
Already I start to do. I was being on the television show Big Brother. It's so famous reality show. All Israel. And not only Israel, גם בשטחים.
It's also the Palestinian authorities
everyone showed this show because it was in the winter and everyone at home and see 24-hour this television show, and I know that I can take this another chance to show the people how the transgender really life, because I know my father no accept me, but my father don't know really why I am like this. My father or a lot of people in Israel thinking about the transgender, it's man, but it's weird, like put wig and clothes for girl, and when she go to sleep, she's come back to be a man, or when she go outside, he is woman, and I know that this is chance I can change the whole thinking for Israel people to accept, and I'm really being there real myself. I loved everyone, I'm not לא אהבתי עם אף אחד.
She didn't have a fight with anyone.
And I was real mean. I show everyone that we are real human like everyone, and we can love everyone, we can hug everyone, and we are smart and we are beautiful, and that's really changed. And I go now to the Shtachim.
Okay, to the territory, Palestinian territory.
Yeah, and people come to take picture with me, people hug me. A lot of small children start to understand what's going with her. A lot of small children, oh, I like you, I feel that feeling. Because I remember myself when I was young, I don't understand. I was all the time thinking about I sick or something, you know? And now a lot of people start to understand that really happening, and it's beautiful. You can be with us, and it's really beautiful.
You mentioned your family. I know that you come from a very diverse religious background. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
אוקיי, משהו שואל שאתה באיזה משפחה, אני מתכוון כמה בני שלי.
I'm born in Nazareth in a Christian family. I'm really win to be in this family. I think this is that making that change, and this is the person that I am today. It's going back to my family, because I was in really loved family, and I know what real love it is. And my father, it was have 7 friends in her life when she was young, and today it's like my uncle ever. And I really מעריכה את החברות.
Okay, she appreciates the friendship.
And I all the time show the people this. But in Israel today, I'm making change. Before, how many years? כל מה שהיה שולט זה היה הדת.
What was managing the situation was the religion.
But now it's go back to family. It's not have like Muslim, it's like this Christian. I have a friend, his name is Muhammad, and he like a trans. He not really do her translation, but he will. And her family is so accepted, and her boyfriend, and really I feel the change in Israel. But to be in my family has really helped me to be who I am today.
There are critics that would say, why do we have to have this trans Israel? Why do we have to have trans organizations, LGBT organizations? Why do you feel it is important for us to have our own events and our own organizations?
I think it's not really important, but it's the important something that have someone that I said before that have power, that have a stage to come to tell everyone the story of people, because it's real story, you know. I'm not come here to tell you like that is something interesting. It's not something interesting. It's really pain for people and these people need really to live with us, with everyone, like everyone, you know. But and that's the one chance that I have, זה ההזדמנות היחידה שנתנה לי לעשות את זה, אבל אני הייתי עושה את זה בכל צורה אחרת, אבל זה ההזדמנות שנתנה לי באמת.
Okay, that was the opportunity to move on and give the opportunity to do what she wants, and that gives her to be Miss Trans, that they open the doors to do whatever she does right now.
And I hope to be another of עמותות או תחריות שבאמת יביאו נוחות ומודעות לכל גבי הקהילה הלהט"בית.
That's important to have the opportunity to be a leader in different type of, if it's a competition or whatever it is, to give support to their own community.
If today you went back to that ballet class, your students, right? And one of the students was thinking of transitioning or had questions, what would you hope to share with that student? What is that?
Actually, אני עכשיו סיימתי לימודים בעבודה סוציאלית באוניברסיטת תל אביב, ואני מלווה טרנסיות וצעירות בתחילת דרכם לעשות דרך יותר מוצלחת ויותר בריאה.
She just finished her own social studies at the University of Tel Aviv, and now she's helping to students how to develop the transition and to become a trans.
Thank you. And I think if we're talking about small children, in Israel can really help you, and I can help him in my professional way to choose and to understand first if he or she is really trans or something else. And it's so important. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to open it up to the audience. Any questions, comments?
The religious community in Israel, how are they in terms of accepting trans?
Please tell us who you are.
Oh, my name is Joan Schaefer. I work for Land of Living at Community Services, and I work for
I tell you, it's come back all the time to the family. I don't feeling all the time that have a lot of the thought שמתערבות בזה.
Yeah, it's not the other religions that are getting involved in this situation. It's not that interfering.
But in Israel, זה אפילו הנושא הטרנס התחיל לחדור לדתות, יש הרבה טרנסיות שאני מכירה שהן דתיות, יהודיות, מוסלמיות עם חיג'אב, אז זה כבר גם קיים, כי באמת אנחנו התחלנו להוכיח לאנשים שאנחנו אנשים, וזה שאני טרנסית זה לא אומר שאני לא מאמינה באלוהים.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay. I love it. I love it. What she means is exactly that now trans came into the Orthodox people. And that it doesn't change what she believes. She believes in God, and that to be a trans doesn't change what she feels and believes in religion, and for Orthodox people as well. Wow.
And I have a friend, she is trans and she is with hijab, a woman, ומאושרת.
Okay, to be proud of her as a mother.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Morgan Mayfair. I have a question. Is there a vibrant transgender community in Israel?
Israel again?
Is there a vibrant and involved community, transgender community?
משהו שואל אם יש משהו, כי זה ארגונים מאוד חזקים ומשפיעים בארץ, בקהילה הגאה.
I will tell in Hebrew because I'm not really. יש את המרכז הגאה.
Okay, there is a center, the gay center.
יש היום פותחים המון עמותות, דירות מעבר לטרנסיות, שילטר לטרנסיות, מענה קולי 24 שעות
Oh wow, they
לטרנסיות.
have customer service like 24 hours for people who would like to become trans and need help, and she's volunteering with the organization. They open some shelters, they open some apartments living for people who really need to do a change, and that organization supports the one who is going through the transition.
And have a lot of small trans that he told her parents about her transition, and her parents tell him to get out from her home. And he's calling us, and we are taking him to sleep somewhere and to help him. And it's so important, and it's amazing now. It's so ממש עובד, ממש עובד.
Okay, that it's working. Actually, it's working and developing in this way.
I have a question. My name is David. I'm obsessed with Big Brother in America, so I'm curious for your own Big Brother experience. How far did you make it into the game, or like, how long did you try? First, how long did you try to get on the game, and then how long did you make it in the house when you were on your show?
הכי רחוק, I would tell in Hebrew, it's very important. I tell everyone this story. הלכתי הכי רחוק שיש, ומי שמנצח בבית זה הבן אדם הכי מגעיל שיש והכי דוחה, כי הוא כל הזמן עושה בלגן. אז זה זוכה, נשבעת לך. אז הוא זוכה בפרס, אבל אני, מבחינת טלי, זכיתי בפרס הגדול. אני יצאתי אחרי חודשיים, ואני זכיתי באהבה של אנשים. לא רק אני ניצחתי, כל הקהילה שלי ניצחה. וזה הפרס האמיתי.
נקודה. Stop.
I see she's fired up about that.
She's so passionate about that. But it's interesting.
It's really amazing.
I love the story. She got as far as she could get for anyone. The only problem against her, the competition, there was a guy apparently that was really, it was a guy?
It was guy.
There was a guy who was really, really bad, like playing dirty.
Right. Because it's television, you know, people need to see that drama.
But
Yes,
she got the love of the people.
Ah.
Okay, for the audience.
And now I go out from this reality show, everyone come hug me and really love my story and take the picture with me and tell me how much important
You're the first
how I do,
transgender
and
person.
he in the street going, oh.
Was she the first transgender person in Israel? Because we had one on Big Brother a few years ago here in America.
Not the first one, but I am the only one that really השפיע על שינוי חברתי.
Okay, she wasn't the first one, but she really was the first one who did a big influence in the community.
Because I'm not going inside, I know all the time that I'm not going inside to win the prize.
Right.
I know that I need to win. First, I think about my father, because I know my father all the time on this television, and I need to listen me because I don't have a chance to talk with her. He doesn't that
With
way.
you.
He doesn't talk with me, and I know in this chance I can tell her really my story and really change my father now. Not talking with me, but at first when he listened about my name, she said, "No, don't talk." And now he's sitting and show that my news and my
Okay, it was difficult for the father to listen to her, but now through the TV show, he's listening about her ideas and her views.
Right.
I think it's just time and we'll become to be together again.
Other questions? So I heard you last night talk about the family dynamics, and I know you're very respectful. So your mom is very close to you and your sibling, your sister, but you choose not to go to the house out of respect for your father, I think you mentioned. So you can explain a little.
Yeah. I think I have to choose something to tell you. I'm not go back for do something. The one, I have a friend that her family don't accept her, never, not her mom, not her sister, not everyone. And I feel that she have this pain for one time, like she died one time in life. When I go, I die another one. It's so painful. And the second something, my dad tell my mom that if I come to my house, he will go out. But אני מאוד מכבדת אותו, ואני לא אתן לזה לקרות שאני אכנס ויצא מהבית.
Okay, it's difficult. It's a difficult situation for her father. And her father mentioned that if she goes back home, he will leave home. So she's so respectful and the love of her father that she prefers not to go and to respect her father.
Because in my family, it's not danger, you know, have a lot of family, it's danger to go there. It's like if some friend go to her family, can kill her. But my family know how something like this. And it was really important for me to do this, but I will give him the time.
Did your father accept that you were a ballet dancer? Because for a man to be a ballet dancer in a traditional society.
It not was easy to express it. First, he doesn't know, only my mom. It was no about. And when I was 14, I think I have Mufa.
Okay. She had opportunity when she was 14.
Yeah, והוא חשב שאני משחקת קראטה, אבל כשבאה למופע אז ראה אותי רוקדת, כאילו נורא התרגש והבין שכאילו אני מוכשרת.
Okay. She was saying that she was playing karate instead of dancing. So if I went, he understood there was something different going on.
It was dancing karate.
Other questions?
Yeah, I would like to say something. I will say in Hebrew first. אף על פי שאני עובד במדינת ישראל, זה לשמוע אותך, זה משהו חבל על הזמן, להבין את המצב שמדינת ישראל נמצאת עכשיו, וזו דוגמה הכי טובה בעולם. זה המיוחד בעולם. Even though I've been working for Israel forever, I feel that we're representation. I cannot believe that Israel is in that stage. It's amazing, and people should know what's going on in Israel. That's an example, tremendous. It's beautiful.
And thank you so much. And have another something that's important that I need to say about what you're saying. When you say Israel, it's not really all Israel. It's in Tel Aviv, in Haifa, but in the Middle East, if you are transgender or gay or lesbian, you have to run away from some place. You can't, because not only your family need to kill you, all the people in all her country need to kill her because he's trans. But in Israel, לפחות אתה מוצא את הפינה שאתה תתחבא בה, במקום שיעטוף אותך.
What she means is like, of course in Israel we have places that it's a little tough to be a transgender, but she feels like some places we have protection in Israel that she can feel like protected and secure about her life.
And actually you can to next your life, where are you born, in the country that you are born. I have a lot of friends from Dubai or Emirat that can't live there, and he moved to live in Thailand, and it's not the same when you live in Thailand like when you live in your country. I am not live in Nazareth, live in Tel Aviv, but it's still in Israel. I feel like home.
So if you wanted to live in Nazareth, could you feel comfortable living in Nazareth?
I don't think so, because wherever, not about my transition, I love Tel Aviv. I was a normal person and not trans. I was living in Tel Aviv because I like better. But Nazareth, it's beautiful. I go all the time around, and I love to go to Nazareth to visit. But I think my life is better in Tel Aviv.
The LGBTQ is very open and wild and fun. There's a lot of anti towards Arabs, more than gay. Why do you get to the question? These are just the two things I noticed. There's the people would have more hatred towards someone if they're Arab, but they won't have someone if they're gay or trans. For you, who's experienced both and probably more and all in between, do you feel your experiences from before the transition, maybe like a racism for you towards an Arab, more than racism, or not racism, but discrimination because of your transition?
מה שהיא חושבת, שכאילו יש איזו הרגשה נגד ערבים בארץ, ושזה פחות, ושזה נגד הטרנס. אז אני רוצה לדעת איך את תקדש קודם, לפני שעשית את העבירה, כאילו אם את תדע שזה נעצר בגלל שערבית, איך מרגישה את זה
אני יודעת שיש גזענות נגד ערבים הרבה יותר מאשר כל הדברים.
With my story, I really don't feel it. Really, I'm not politic person, you know. I'm only a 23-year-old, but I'm not really feel that and in the LGBT community and all the amutot.
Okay, it's like in the LGBT organization, each section of
all the people there, like it's black and white and Christian and Muslim and Jewish. We are like all together, like brother and sister, because I have something that common. And about yeah.
יש אנטי.
Everywhere, you know. But you have to still, you as person, to know איך להתמודד עם זה.
Okay, you as a human being, you need to know how to stand with this.
If you're smart, you will all the time go in the good way. But you know, we are not here to do world peace. I'm here to do peace with my body and soul. And this is more important. Thank you so much.
Other questions?
So I'm Yang, I'm in the S Institute. And first of all, just thank you so much for just being so authentic and open with a group of strangers, pretty much. So thank you. And I know that you mentioned that in Tel Aviv and in other Israel places, like it's more acceptable for people who are experiencing something around their gender orientation. What do you think is so different about these places versus everywhere else in Israel? What is the thing that makes it different? Is it the organizations? Is it the people in the community? What do you think is the difference between that acceptability, that visibility, that chance to really just be free to be yourself versus everywhere else?
איך את מרגישה כאילו בתוך הארגון, איך את מרגישה בחיים, ברחוב, אם זה בשבילך חשוב להיות בארגון שכאילו מציע?
אני חושבת שאנשים מבינים יותר שהם רואים ומרגישים יותר מה שהם שומעים.
Okay, it's easier for people to meet you in person, to see the person more than they can listen to someone else.
And this is what's really making the change in Israel. Like before, sometime was if you go to Al-Fahim or to some Arabian place, can someone kill you really in Israel?
Yeah.
But now when we have a lot of amutot that all the time it's active and show the people a good אפשר ללכת לשם אבל it's not danger like sometimes.
Used to be dangerous some places, she mentioned some Arabic places, but it's not dangerous anymore, but it's getting a transition, it's different with the time.
כי האנשים היום יש להם מודעות שזה דבר שקיים.
Okay, because now they know that something exists, you know, it's different, they can feel it, they can touch it.
Danny, will you please tell us a little bit about what Yes Institute is and the great work that you do?
Thank you. So I'm the community education coordinator at Yes Institute, and really our work is grounded on things like this, educating and community work around the topics of gender orientation to prevent suicide and bullying. So a lot of young people, especially dealing with their gender orientation, go to these measures because they feel like they don't have any support, they don't have the community or the means. So really our work is grounded in just educating the community and providing support for them.
The Yes Institute is one of the most excellent organizations in South Florida, also led by an executive director who happens to be a trans male. Has nothing to do with his organization, but just as a point of reference.
We have to be in the contact.
I'd like to also just, Joan, can you tell us a little bit about your work and the organizations that you represent?
I suppose the main organization now that I represent is Jewish Community Services. the Land and Living program, which is trying to advocate for LGBT seniors who, people like me, who have been in the trenches for so many years and come out the other end. I'm lucky that I'm okay, but there are a lot that are homeless or sick or whatever. So.
And I'll ask you a question. How if at all?
And I started at Project Yes.
Yes. How, if at all, is the Jewish community supportive or engaged with the LGBT community in South Florida?
Okay, so that has been changing, and it is now, as far as reform and conservative, it's pretty acceptable to be LGBT. I'm not so sure about the T. But Orthodox, there's a ways to go. And I think that we've come very far.
I will just add to that. At Unity Coalition, we do workshops and trainings throughout the year. And one event, one workshop that we started 4 or 5 years ago was a panel discussion on sexuality and spirituality. Basically, what do the scriptures say or don't say about LGBT? And Q. That's why I stopped there. The letters falling out. And it was fascinating because we brought together a panel of Muslim, Israeli, Protestant, everybody but the Catholics. The Catholics didn't want to join us for whatever reason. And it was a really fascinating discussion. So much so that then the next workshop we did was sexuality and spirituality, but specific to the transgender community. And we've actually had great strides, if you will, with the Jewish community as well. But again, the Orthodox is a little slower.
Yeah. But I think transgender everywhere
Absolutely.
is the next frontier.
Another group that we're very proud of is Transsocial. I'd like to hear from the founders and directors of Transsocial, what you do and how you do your work.
I'm Ashley, my husband Morgan, and we exist basically to unify the LGBTQ community through understanding, education, and socialization. So we host a lot of events that are both fun and educational. We support a lot of other organizations and network with them throughout the community. And we also do competency trainings for healthcare providers to create more safe spaces for the community to find the resources that they need.
What are some of the services that you provide to individuals?
We do legal name changes as a zero-cost process because it's usually pretty financially prohibitive.
מה שעושים לארגון קודם כל זה לעזור לאנשים גם לזה, וחשוב שעושים עכשיו על השינוי של השמות, איך להחליף את השמות ולהירשם את האנשים. אוקיי.
Yeah, it's a legal process as well as updating all your documents afterwards, and it can be very expensive and very confusing. So,
Change your name or change it.
It's fine. I know the answer, but I'll have you answer it. And she would like to know if in the United States in general, when you choose to have your name changed, is that something that is done by the government or by an organization?
If it's legal.
If it's legal.
So here in Miami and in Broward, in Florida, it's done by county, and it is. We can do name and gender marker
Miami,
changes.
it's so large, the
Right.
LGBT community.
But we pursue name and gender marker changes through judge's order, which is something new and not many people are doing it. And then after, when they do all their documents, they have to do social security, which is federal, driver's license, which is state, passport is federal, and birth certificate is by state. And there are still 4 states where we cannot change the gender marker.
כן, אבל זה פרוסס, שעושים את זה במיאמי, בראווארד, זה הראשונים שזה איפה שנמצא מיאמי, והאזור הבא שזה גם הקו.
Ashley, can you give us a little more specific? What are the requirements? Sorry.
No, she can say question. Where she wants to know if it's legal to do the change from men to become a woman. If it's legally done.
Yes, we do it by a judge's order, but you also have to have a letter from a therapist or a doctor that says that you have transitioned medically.
צריכה להגיע לשופט, עם מכתב של רופא, מישהו שאתה מסתכל, שאומר שצריך
In Israel, it's so easy.
We're coming to your house.
But you know, but it's still better from, I know in the Middle East,
Oh, yeah.
it's, you can do, like, tell you can do everything. Like, look, it's not smart, it's smart but bad. כאילו, זה חכם אבל רע.
But she said that in the Middle East sometimes it's smart, but it's not good. Actually.
Yeah, and that tell the transgender you can do whatever you want to do surgery here, but your picture in the ID and your sex, it's still the same. If you do surgery here, it's still the same.
So you
and
can't-
it's so
So you
bad.
can't change your identity documents even after having surgery and
מהשאלה היא שאת אומרת שאני יכולה להחליף את התמונה, אבל מה הקטע שאם כתוב כאילו שכר בכתב התעודה? את יכולה להחליף את זה?
אצלנו כן, בטח.
In Israel, yes.
אבל במידליסט זה אין מצב.
Okay. Sorry to explain. What she means is like in Israel it's illegally to do that. What she is telling is in the rest of the Middle East, you cannot do that. What she means in Israel you can do the change, but the name from male to female, or the other way, but no in the Middle East. She's comparing Israel to the rest of the Middle East.
So, do many people move to Israel from those places so they can have more freedom?
מהשטחים מלא.
Okay, what she means is like from the Palestinian authorities, a lot. היא שואלת על מדינות אחרות.
כן.
Yes, from other countries also.
ואנחנו מאוד תומכים בהם.
They get a lot of support, but they invest in those people who would like to come to Israel.
Well, here it's not that different. In the United States in general, we have, of course, big cities, much better for the LGBT community, especially than small towns. But even here in Florida versus New York, we have a lot of people that want to physically transition and they go to New York or they go to other states because it is easier, more accessible for them somewhere outside of Florida. It can be done here, and it is done here, but you have to learn the system. Sometimes you have better services in other states, more access.
מה שהוא אומר שזה לא כשבכל התרבות זה אותו דבר, זה לפחות ניו יורק, מיאמי, לוס אנג'לס. אנשים צריכים לדעת איפה. It's like in Israel. She seems like in Israel.
Yeah. We're going to break, and you can certainly have one-on-one, and we can continue this conversation all day. But I'd like to present you with something. We have a recognition at Unity Coalition. Unity Coalition is the organization that I run, and a few of us are here, and it's focused on Latino, Hispanic, LGBT empowerment. And we do that through trainings and workshops and all kinds of activities like this. And one of the awards that we have is called the Leaders, Legends, and Lovelies. And sometimes people are one, maybe two of those things. I think we could all agree you are all three. You're a leader, you're lovely, and you're legendary. So I would like to present you with this medal, the Leaders, Legends, and you can wear it.
Thank you so